It is officially 8:01, January 5th, 2025. Do you know where your toys are? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome back to my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything. And this is my Sunday night podcast where we get to talk about life and toys. Also, headphones. So I've had these headphones for a little while now, and I haven't connected them to this desktop. So I kind of like the mobility without fear of pulling down the microphone with this. The only problem is currently I haven't figured out how to hear like the feed. Like that's what I was hearing out of these. So hopefully I sound good. I have the gain where I think the gain needs to be. So hopefully I won't mess around. Hello everyone. So yeah, here we are. It's Sunday night. We're gonna talk about Marvel Legends tonight. I'm gonna give you. It's one of those Sundays. I could tell you right now, I have a hard out. So be prepared. We're gonna be closing shop at 9 p.m. tonight. So for those of you that have Apple TV out there, my wife and I have been like struggling to find a show. Like we really love Bad Sisters. That's another Apple TV show, and that just ended. And now we're like in this flux. Of course, like I'm watching things like What If and that's on my time. But as our couple show, we finally broke down, and Apple TV had been pushing Silo. Like every time Bad Sisters ended, they would go into a Silo episode. And finally, we just like, all right, let's just give it a shot. And it's been really good. It's a dystopian, future and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's been solid. And anyway, I digress. We've been binging it, which we haven't done in a while because it's 2 seasons out already. But the second season is currently active and new episodes drop on Fridays. So tonight is the final. It was like last Friday's episode. So once we watch that, we are officially caught up. So anyway, it's always a fun feeling. But let's start with some class attendance. As always, just like everything here, it is never expected, but always appreciated. So here we go. Bat Force Grump in the house. First tonight, appreciate you, man, for being here. Happy Sunday evening. Nerd88, what's going on, man? How are you? And there's KJ third first. How you doing, buddy boy? Just a quick reminder, because it's KJ and rigathons, and it always makes me laugh. So tomorrow night over on the Toy Pick community, so I know I'm doing a stream now, talking about future streams, but tomorrow night at 9 p.m., we have another giveaway. I'll get into the details and show you some stuff later on, but be ready. Be ready, and hopefully it'll work out for our boy KJ. Wyatt Smith's in the house. Copper State Collectibles. What's going on, dude? How you doing, Wyatt? Rel Collects. I saw it that you shared out the news. It was right before the stream, so I want to thank you very much live. It was right when I was, peeking at the phone. Oh, but as I was getting ready. So thank you very much, my friends. Appreciate you being here. Here's Josh Brown in the house. What's going on, man? Tomorrow night. So I haven't talked to my fellow Toy Daddies about this, but last week, Chewy and I talked, like our favorite Legends of the year. Tonight, obviously, the leftovers. Like I have a stack of toys that I've been unboxing this week. And tomorrow, we didn't get to hear from Toy Father. So continuing the Legends talk, I want to hear from Chris. And I'm going to suggest that maybe we open up our Josh Brown Sentinel. Just finish off because I don't know. I'm dying to play with it. I'm dying, Josh. Messy Photography. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday evening. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Grumps. All right, good. That's all yes. Thank you. Always keep me posted, guys. I want to make sure this looks and sounds good. So let me know. Captain McKay's in the house. Citizen of Yambonia. Don't forget, everybody, you could always join to support the channel, what we're doing here. Between Yambonia and the Laserverse, two excellent channel memberships. We try to provide some value, some fun to it. So speaking of, I failed in my poll last week in terms of getting my midweek live. Again, it was the holidays. It was just getting ready for work, and you guys know about like what I'm dealing, like what's going on in my life personally, like, so that's still very raw still. So it just didn't happen. So this week I have, it's going to be a short one. Right now it's around 5 minutes. I'm going to try to shrink it to three, but a review of the SH figure where it's Venom. That's just something I've had recorded for literally months now. So I just want to get that together and out. Um, I have a Mezco Batman and Robin. I have like a bigger idea for a video. So that's kind of what I want to focus on in my limited free time in terms of a video to produce. I also have a toy photography setup I want to run through and make a video out of that. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff. Sorry. I'm just it's 2025. It's January. We just crossed over. It's January 5th. I know I again, if I sat down, I watched videos on YouTube about setting goals and best practices, strategies, etc. So yeah, I wrote down some goals for the next 3 months and fired up, everybody. So anyway, Captain McKay, love you, buddy, and thanks for being a citizen of Emonia. Appreciate you. Figs and Spaces here. What's going on, man? Thanks for being here. Jamie Parks, present. That's what I'm talking about. Present accounted for. And yes, Rel, thanks again, man. And there's Cal the Collector, my man Carlos. Again, thank you for getting the word out, Josh. Same to you, man. Again, it really helps. As you guys know, like we all try to help each other, so it's appreciated. So thank you very much. Through a prolific 2025. That's what I'm talking about. Cheers. I've got a mix of water and unsweetened Arizona iced tea. Chink. And Michael's in the house. Tricks Blast Creations. What's going on, Michael? Thanks for being here as always. So yes, we have less than an hour, but we're gonna do a little power hour. A little power hour. So I think I'll probably show off some of the stuff I'm working with too. So again, hey, cheers to a prolific 2025. That's why I left Peter B up there. All right, so let's get Peter out in my Johnny Numero Cinco chair. Again, it's his stuff. Oh, so good. Okay, so yeah, these are genuine 2024 leftovers. And then I have some other legends that are still new in box that I'll show and talk about. And then, depending on how much time we have, I also have a couple of tabs open for some upcoming Marvel Legends news. So just we can kind of go through that. One of them is a breakdown of displaying model behavior. Ooh, she's in there. All right, hang on a second. This is a big action figure. Sorry, there we go, if you can't tell. All right. So, yeah, he has some speculation as to some upcoming stuff. So there's a nice little breakdown of his stream. But yeah, so I finally did it. Machu can't yell at me anymore. So I opened my She-Hulk. Not that I had any actual issues with this. I wanted this toy from the moment I saw, Unparalleled play with it at Designer Con, I think it was last year. Because I was at SDCC. I can't say that anymore. It was one of the cons that I didn't go to. So probably it might have been that one. But yeah, so I've wanted her for a long time. And I did end up getting her when my chops were busted. And I finally got around. She was one of the first figures I wanted to pop open. And I know a lot of these you probably know about, so I'm not going to run through all of the main stuff. This is just going to be a quick impressions, what I think, So yeah, she's really cool. I stopped myself from being amazing because she could use a second head sculpt. The other thing is because of the hair, it can be tough, getting the turning that you want and then the head angles. So I did have a thought of maybe dremeling some of that hair, flattening it out a little bit in the back. So I haven't done it yet, but that's something that came to mind. She doesn't get a lot of crunch. She's not going to be all of that mobile, and she's lacking that lower ab torso, which is frustrating. But from a character design, pinless, to get this version of She-Hulk, she's rad. She's rad. So again, I've been happy. This is another one that I'm happy that I bought her this year. She's cool to have in my collection. Considering how many times I'll probably use her for photography, like that's where for me personally spending my money on it. Like I didn't again I could kind of look past the second head sculpts. Um but she's solid. And you know what? Where's my little stack of stuff? Hang on. My little stack of stuff. But this accessory is amazing. So the bent assault rifle, bent in half. This is so great, and I never thought of. I probably could have made one of these myself out of like a GI Joe, with the softer rubber. But that's such a great accessory to have for toy photography because obviously it's great for her. But then I think of Superman. I even think of Batman, and like there's that line, not to, but something to. I don't know. You know how Batman feels about guns, so it's neat to have that. So that's really great. That was an awesome accessory that she came with. So she's cool. Then let's see. Here we are. Ooh, Finn Cobb's in the house. Happy Sunday, man. Thanks for being here, buddy boy. Fix and Space said, great figure. I hope they give us a Fantastic Four version too. That would be really awesome. And ringleader Ray Paz in the house. What's going on, man? Cheers. Happy 2025. I know you've seen me since then, but you know what I mean. Still, happy 2025. Actually, have you guys seen me since? Is this the new stream? Yeah, I guess I haven't gone live. Happy New Year. There we go. I love that She-Hulk. Yeah, spectacular. She's got a lot of personality, especially, when you start. Not that I'm doing any justice in my posing right now, but look at the personality. It's so good. And it's what Chewie and I were saying last week, like as great as the improvements of the MCU head scans have been, their comic scans, I mean, not that they're scanning anything, their comic molds are ridiculous. So good. All right. So going from She-Hulk, it's only appropriate that we then go to Titania. Now, I say that I say that only really knowing the lore of Titania and She-Hulk from the TV show. Like I know She-Hulk, I know Jen Walters, I know the character, I know doing practicing law. I know all the basic stuff from the comics. But yeah, the Titania kind of didn't connect even when I saw the announcement. This is just again my lack of having read Secret Wars in forever, but I had forgotten about her. So when I heard the name Titania, I was like, oh yeah, she's okay, that's what she looks like, the comic version, but it's She-Hulk's bad guy. I'm assuming it's her nemesis. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, having She-Hulk, that was like, let me just get Titania. So we're going to talk about her too in a second. We passed that. I've seen your videos and heard your voice, but not that handsome face. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. Thanks. Happy New Year. So yeah, Titania, man. Oh, Titania. She's, once again, does she have she has a slightly better ab crunch, but you're missing that lower Black Widow torso. And then it's the same issue of the hair. So sorry, that's not in focus. Hang on. Where's my autofocus fancy camera? Boop, there we go. So yeah, she has the same issue with that big hair that I think I'm going to just Dremel and take some of that off. So let's see. And it actually makes me sad because there was that level of effort and attention to detail, like how it's sculpted back there. But I don't know. I need some more head range. She is just on a peg, so you're not really going to get any. You get a little side to side. There we go. Little side to side, but that's about it. So anyway, to go with She-Hulk, and now let's put these two together. And again, when I'm solo, the posing is not going to be anywhere near a Machu level. But there we go. Look at the two of them together. Oh, and Titania is still a little bit smaller. How about that? Interesting. Let's see. Ooh, Oh, Grumpy Nerds in the house. How you doing, man? And Ray Paz says, yeah, love that. They have gone at it for years. I don't know what the stories are like now. Yeah, same. I gotta look into it. And same. I gotta have to go back to Secret Wars. I really want to track that down. I did the same thing for Infinity, whatever it was called in the comics. My brain is shot today. I apologize. Figs in space. I'm sure you could dribble out a little around the torso pegs for better app crunch too. Yeah, of course. It's on my list. Like it's so funny how, on one hand, I don't get worked up if I have to like do a thing to a toy. But on the other hand, I side with Cody, Too Much New Toys, that like we shouldn't have to do this stuff. So it is just like I have a mental list. I should probably write it down, but I have a mental list of figures to tweak, like whether it's torso modding, dremeling, and stuff. So it's usually like a Saturday. Obviously, it won't be this, but now, it's usually like a Saturday morning when we're just hanging out that it'll hit me like, oh, I should do this. Sometimes it's a Dio, sometimes something else. But yeah, I'll mess with him. Let's see. Jamie Lynn Parks, they're still rivals, but more like frenemies. Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know. So yeah, these were two great ones. And again, everything I've gotten from the Secret Wars wave, I've been happy with. I'm still tempted about that damn Iron Man just because of the pinless and the roller skates. But I have that toy, so I'm still like telling myself no. I did luck out. So Amazon today had the Black Suit Symbiote from Secret Wars pop up briefly this morning. So I don't know how long it was. But I asked Chewy, I talked to him earlier, and I was like, well, I technically bought a toy, but I was able to use my Amazon credit card like reward points, so I got it for free. So he's like, doesn't count. So that Black Suit Symbiote, I'm so excited that that's now going to be on the way because it's on the Amazing Fantasy Buck. I love that buck so much. All right. So these were cool. We'll stick in the comic realm for now. And here we go. This is now getting into the Spider-Man. So a lot of the retro figures. So we had the She-Hulk from the Iron Man retro wave. We have these coming up that I'm going to show you, starting with Spider-Shot. There we go. So yeah, finally cracked open Spider-Shot. So we'll do him next. Well, I got a couple of got a couple of Spider-Man retro figures here. So you know what? We'll just run through all of them. We'll throw them all up there. But yeah, Spider-Shot turned out to be cool. I was on the fence about opening him. I'm like, should I just leave him in box? I don't think he was going to be worth anything down the long haul, but I was like, well, if I'm not like, super wowed by him as a character or a figure, I haven't opened him this long, up until now. So I ended up saying screw it, because when I Googled Spider-Shot comics and then comic panels, there wasn't a ton. So I don't know how deep into comics Spider-Shot is. But in seeing him in multiverse or Spider-Verse pictures in comic panels, I was like, yeah, just for the look, because I do think it's a really neat design. So, yeah, we have Carnage that we'll get to. Finally busted open Tombstone. And I think his name is Jack-O-Lantern. I fully admit that I'm terrible for not remembering that guy's name. Shoot. But I took him out of my closet of unopened toys for October and for Halloween, and then never opened him up. And it took this week finally to be like, I'm taking him out. Damn it. It's happening. All right, let's see. Samurai Chris is here. Happy Sunday, buddy. What's going on? Vinkov says, I got the Iron Man and he's awesome. And I happened to grab Black Suit Spider-Man from Amazon too. Yeah, Amazing Fantasy Buck is my favorite. Dude, it's the best Spider-Man Legends buck. The only thing missing are the articulated toes. But again, that actually is a pretty decent and easy mod. It's just, it takes 15 minutes of your time. Grump says that Spore Spider Shot has been taking a beating on a few end of the year lists. I know, man. And that was also, I'm not going to lie, part of the reason I wanted to crack them open because I saw the hate for it. And again, you guys are hanging out with me on Sundays because, again, my take is never going to be to just crap on something. So it's not perfect by any means. Like, it's a renew your vows book, but then it does have like kind of hippie hips. I know that was one of the big things, but like, it's not that bad, and it's still dropped down. I don't know. I was posting them around, and I just like the look of that costume. I think it looks really sharp. So I've had these ideas for Spider-Verse shots forever. And that's part of my reason for like, if you've heard me talking in lives in the last couple of weeks, like slowing down in terms of what I'm bringing in to do things like this. Like I want to mess around with my Spider-Man toys. It sounds silly, but Headrock 112's in the house. How you doing, Henry? How you doing, man? So good to have you here. And same for you, fellow citizen of Imbonia, Clintastic. How you doing, man? And that's his name. Okay, good. Jack-o'-lantern it is. Thank you. All right, so Spider Shot. Let's just focus on him. These are the ones we'll talk about real quick. And you see what I'm doing. This is lightning fast. This is just, hey, if you happen to be sitting on these toys like me. I also don't think that any of these would be hard to track down or expensive to track down. They were all pretty prevalent, I would say, throughout the entirety of 2024, which is part of the reason too. Like I didn't have a clamoring to unbox stuff at the moment. But Spider Shot, if you don't know, the little bit of the lore I know is that he basically becomes an assassin for hire. So I want to team him up with Deadpool. I was gonna put him into like kind of a villain tier in terms of like a bigger Spider-Verse like photograph, because I want to mix up Legends, Revoltech figures, Mezco, get my Lego Spidey, and I want to do a big weird one, but with the movie figures. And then, I don't know. I was going to have him as a bad guy, but then I saw he's just another Spider-Man on the team. So, I don't know. I guess his mercenary status doesn't necessarily make him a bad guy. He's an anti-hero. He's an anti-hero Spidey. But yeah, his cool power is he does have, like, he can blast from his fingertips, which is really, really insane. So he's got the Marvel Legends little pew-pews, but this is what I wanted to show you. Do you see how it's not centered the peg? And that I had to learn the kind of the hard way, because otherwise the blast won't stay straight with the fingertips. And even then, I've still had trouble like getting these lined up perfectly. So I just kind of don't worry about that if I'm going to use this in a photo like this. Here, I'll show you what I mean. There we go. Here, I'll try to get you a slightly better pose. As fast as I can. Yeah, I don't know. This is still kind of a trash pose. All right. But you'll see what I'm talking about with the fingers, I think. I know he's kind of moving, but see how the fingers, I would want the blast to be like perpendicular to the fingers, and it's making more of a V. I guess that's a better way of doing it. It's making like a V. So I still have to mess around. I think I could probably, like when I was screwing around before, I was able to get it a little bit straighter, quote unquote, but yeah, that's actually a little bit better. That's not quite as V-like. There we go. So yeah, it was just a little interesting to see that they did think about that. It didn't make it perfect, but doable. See, there's still the little V. They tried. I know what they were going for. And like I said, I think I could score around with it in a picture to kind of mask that it's not perfectly straight. But yeah, so Spider Shot, he's cool. He did get a hard time, that's for sure. Finn Cobb, just a quick mention, the lighting on your set is awesome. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I actually have my ring light, and I have a second Ulanzi light that's behind the TV, but it's casting a little bit of light through. Like you can kind of see that's that extra shadowing. Oh wait, I guess I could show you from here too. There it is. But glad you like it, Finn. Keep trying to, make little improvements. Tricks Blast, I bought 2 AliExpress Spider-Man figures. That's right. We were talking before about that Spider-Man video game SHF KO, and yeah, it'll be serviceable, man. So, dude, AliExpress again, it's a nice spot to pick up, especially save some money if you're looking, if you've tried to be good about buying a new toy, maybe treat yourself to something. I don't know. I keep looking, especially at the accessories now. Fix It Space. Wait, can you not blast from your fingertips? I cannot. I can't. Oh, and I missed. It's the Macho Man. What's going on, Matt? How you doing, brother? Just talking about your posing as always. And then Jukebox Hero. I tried to be good about not blasting out people's eardrums because of the gain. So again, hopefully, still just didn't want to go too crazy. All right, Tombstone. So I've been waiting for a great Tombstone figure, and again, I got him, and then I sat on him for months. So this guy is so rad. I love the head sculpts, and he has 2 of them. And I'm zooming in on him because, like, really, that's going to be why you get this guy, because he is in the suit. So, very limited in terms of mobility unless you want to cut the jacket open. The way his jacket is textured, like I did do that for Jigsaw way back when. I didn't do it for, I want to call him Flat Top. Hammerhead. I didn't do it for Hammerhead, but I did do it for Jigsaw, where I cut the jacket open. But see how this jacket is textured to where it is that button, it's matching the fabric of the pull of it being closed. So I'm not saying you can't cut it open. You certainly could, but I won't, because it'll mess with that particular look too much. But yeah, so anyway, look, the head sculpts. So having a great head Tombstone figure, that's not what I had in mind, the suit look. But there was an earlier Marvel Legend. I saw him at New York Comic Con, and he was affordable too. I almost pulled the trigger. He was on that in more of his villain outfit. I did think about it for a second, but then I remembered I didn't even open that Tombstone. But this is working on this type of neck and peg situation for Legends. So it's the whole neck and peg. Yeah, neck and peg. And now here's the other head sculpt. Gnarly. Woof. Look at how good. So good. So again, I've just been waiting on cracking these guys open. He now joins the ranks of my other suit bad guys, including my hit team of suited bank robbers. So I have a whole suit heist gang led by Tombstone and Hammerhead and who did I just say? Jigsaw. It's pretty rad. I have to do stuff. Like, I will say that, like, I have been jonesing so hard for the photography side of this hobby. I still love making the videos, obviously, but it's just I want more time to take photos. Like, I do love a good setup, a nice elaborate toy setup. So I'm already, again, thinking of ideas. That's what's fun when you open toys. Sometimes, like, when made a video about inspirations and getting over creative blocks, I talked about sometimes, you don't want to fall in the trap of making it a habit of buying new toys to give yourself a little burst of motivation. But it also doesn't hurt to crack open some new toys. It definitely doesn't hurt. So, all right, Tombstone. All right, we'll get him out of there. So he's great. Love him. Wish he was more articulated, of course. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, now you saw him before. But this Carnage, he was another one I was waiting to do stuff with. You know what? Now I can move. I can walk around. Check this out. All right. I'm mobile. All right. I love it. Because I originally held off because I wanted to do a little side-by-side comparison of these two. So this guy I got from Toy Father way back when. I'm not even sure which wave it was because it was not the Venom Pool wave. It was the one before that. So here we go. Just trying to get them side by side. So many tendrils. Okay. All right, nice. So, pros and cons. Okay. This has always been a really solid, it's just a solid legend. He has this symbiote that plugs into the back and it can kind of rotate around, no big deal. Um, I don't even think he came with another head sculpt, but I do really like that particular head sculpt quite a bit. So yeah, this has been a serviceable Carnage for me. If I wanted to go the larger scale size, I would always mess around with like my Marvel Select Carnage. I love that one. But in terms of comic accurate, just normal body type Carnage, that has been my go-to figure. So then Target dropped this exclusive one, and it is a significant improvement. You can see right off the bat the butterfly joints here. He's still on a waist swivel, so you won't have any kind of renew your rouse type of articulation. But thanks to the butterfly joints, you get a lot of good mobility in the arms. And then you get these two awesome attachments, this like scythe type thing, and then the hammer hands. So that's already more in terms of symbiote accessories that this guy came with over this one. So again, won me over big time. And the final piece, you can actually see the texture. Like, look at the texturing of the lines. Those are raised, whereas this is all painted on. Here, you can kind of see that a little bit better. There we go. The feel of that new Carnage with the texture. Ooh. So, yeah, I was blown away. You know what? The one other thing I wanted to check was the head swap, just to see how it would look. But now I'm not sure if it will work out well because of that raised texturing on the head. But this one I feel like has more of the show, or if you know what, maybe it's more of the comic look. Oh, that kind of works too though. Because this is the black teeth, pink mouth open. When I think of like Maximum Carnage, the video game and comic line, obviously, storyline. Oh, that does kind of look rad. Stand up. Stand up, Carnage. There we go. So that's with the old head on the new Carnage body. So right next to it, here's... So let me know. What do you guys think? What do you like more? Do you like the white teeth? And it's more of a I guess the pink and the mouth are kind of the same. But yeah, do you like the white teeth and the eye look, or do you like the swap? Whoop. Anyway, a really cool figure. He's going to go great with that retro Venom that I know people dunked on. But again, I thought that was a really cool toy too. So I think that these guys will go great. And once again, all of these Spider-Man figures make me want to take pictures of Spider-Man. It's like the Marvel Legends team is my J. Jonah Jameson. They need pictures of Spidey, and I want to give them to them. All right. And last but not least, in terms of Spidey retro toys, we now have Jack-o'-lantern. Ba-ba-ba. Let me fix these feet. Get these standing. Come on. All right. Come on. All right. Maybe? Kind of. Not standing well, but he's standing. All right. So chat real quick. Here we go. Oh, my man Frankie Boy, Roman Toys. How you doing, Frank? Good to have you here, man. Gray Jedi 22. Ooh, that's what it was. The Monster Venom wave with Scream. I appreciate that so much. I knew it was far removed because I had already purchased that Monster Venom. That was like one of my early Marvel Legends in terms of my public toy collecting. So back 2020. So I already knew, yeah, it had to be before that because, it's an old head sculpt. But I'm going to jump down real quick. Ray Pass says he likes that painted look more because the black teeth are more comic accurate. That's kind of why I'm leaning towards that one too. Jamie Lynn, dude, no. And I have all of the Mafex, well, almost all of the Mafex Spideys. I got the regular suit, whatever. I'm not running through all of them. I've always wanted the Venom and Carnage, and I know they just got reissued. And I was actually looking at Hobby Genki today. I think Venom is still up, but Carnage is now sold out. That's just on Hobby Genki. So I've certainly thought about it. They might be up on Big Bad. Like those would be two figures that going into how I'm going to be collecting in 2025, I would prioritize picking those up, even though they've been out because, reissue, they've been something I've wanted. So yeah, that would be something that I would go pick up this year. But we'll see. What are your thoughts? Because when I posted that picture of Carnage, the Legends Carnage to my story, my friend Jay, TMNT 1987, hit me up and he has the Mafex Carnage. So he was asking, he's like, do I need the I was like, well, probably not. Not if you already have the Mafex, like that one I feel like is still always going to be the best version until we get a Carnage on a Renew Your Vows in a deluxe pack with even more tendrils and stuff. So yeah. So not yet. The answer is not yet. Shroomi's in the house. What's going on, Shroomy? Only reason I got Spider Shot was to complain my comic Spider-Man versus Teeb. So just yeah, I feel you. No, but you got it. You have a whole Spider-Verse team. Like I said, I think he's cool. He has the articulation scheme I want. I would prefer to open this one up than buy the new Spider Boy. That's coming out that let me show you that wave. This will be our quick little jump into upcoming Legends. So share this tab. Okay. So this is from Toy Arc. So here we go. Toy Arc. Bam. So again, super excited. I hear that this wave might be dropping sooner than later. So we might be seeing these guys really soon, which would be awesome. So I ended up passing on Spider-Man Unlimited, not because I don't think that design is really great. It's an awesome design. It hits nostalgia points for me. Not full-blown like the animated one, but I still have an affinity for it, an affection for it. But it's on the articulation that's on the Carnage. So maybe I should maybe I'm second guessing myself now. I had originally said no to Unlimited because of the body. But I'm looking at this picture. I know it's not super clear, but he does have at least the butterfly joints. So it looks like the Carnage Buck. I just said it was fun to play with, so I can't really knock it for being fun. It's not going to be exactly what I want from a Spidey. Same deal with the Spider Boy. That second head sculpt looks really rad with the vampire teeth, but it wasn't enough to open my wallet. And same with Lady Elektra, or whatever her name is. She's just Electro. I apologize. Francine Fryer. I don't want to say. Aye. But yeah, so that's why it was that. But now, damn it, I'm doing the Digs Figs. I'm kicking myself. Should I go back and get that Unlimited? Now I think I should. Um, let's see. Sherby says now if you could only get a Spider Verse, oh SPDR, Man Spider, Spider's Man. Yeah, dude, that would be so good. I anything from this movie. It's not like they've been rushed, and now we all have to collectively wait another year, probably 2 years for this last installment. Just keep giving us Spider Verse characters. Like we'll buy them. All right. Machu says you can honestly pass on the Bayfix Venom. I do have a ton of really great Marvel Legends Venom figures and Marvel Select Venom figures. I'm trying to think if I branched out to other brands with Venom. Have I? I don't think I have. I never got the Reveltech or Reveltech. I never got the Mafex. So yeah, SHF. I do have movie SHF Venom. Duh. Video I'm dropping this week. That's my one premium boy. But the Legend figures have of Venom are excellent. They all in their each unique way, but I love all of them. I have Monster Venom, the Retro Venom, the movie figure. I have the Null 2-pack Venom. Like, they're all great. They're all so rad. The only thing I need, and I get it, because I guess Venom as the symbiote isn't so much of like a shape-shifting type of Venom. Like that's not his symbiote. That's not his gift. But I still, in my head, I want to have different symbiote accessories. I need tendrils. I need something. Does he have big slashers? Like, what does Venom, what can he do? Because I know the movie's trying to lock him into specifically being like a nerfed power set. But he can make shapes and stuff, right? Kind of Green Lantern? No? KJ saying for the Mafex Carnage of Venom that they are both still up, he thinks, at Plaza Japan. Jamie Lynn says, I love the Mafex one I got a few years ago when it came out. It's my only Carnage figure. Yeah, maybe I did. When I looked at the pictures after talking to Jay, I did look at it again. I was like, damn, it has all of the accessories that you'd want. But let's see. Machu says, I sold my Mafex Venom because there are so many bigger options that still move well. I never got the Mafex Carnage, so I can't say if you can pass on that or not. Fair. And I still love the No Venom. Me too, dude. That I will go down. I've never stopped saying the original Venom movie, Marvel Legends, is one of the best action figures I own. And that was basically a Renew Your Vows buck, which was so great about that. And then they put that Null 2-pack, and it's fantastic. It's spectacular. So I'm right there with you, man. The only reason I ever switch over to like the retro Venom, at least this one has like the nice upper torso. He's got the great buck now too. But just for looks, just changing it up, because Venom has had so many really excellent but distinctive looks in his iterations. Shroomy said, pass on Legends Agent Venom for Yamaguchi version, so I'm excited. Yeah, I ended up doing both. It's not even like Agent Venom is that high up in my Spider-Verse love that I needed all the versions. But if we go back to this picture, like, he just looks awesome. And there are certain figures I'm still characters I'll double up on because of the Legends ability to just go on the road. Like, I can just grab and go, and not, I can't do that with a Reveltech. even for my top 10s and all sorts of end of the year lists, like, he's over there now chilling. But here, let me get him. And see, I knocked off one of it. He's just sitting over there, and I just knocked off one of his tendrils. Just part of it. Like, when this is all set up, you can't even lay him down flat, because inevitably one of these tendrils will get caught on the carpet or just, I don't know, anything. He's amazing. He's in a tier of like premium toys that, you just have to dedicate yourself to a good 20 to 30 minutes just of decisions and posing and tweaking. And, like, I have to then stand him up like that to live. because I don't want him to, like, these tendrils to either break or get knocked out. But yeah, he'll live there now. But yeah, so that's why I got the Legends one, so I can just throw him in my fanny pack if I wanted to. I don't know. I haven't quite broken that piece to my collecting brain yet. Ooh, this is cool. Hopefully we get Scorpion Venom for the Dark Avengers. That would be sick. Probably in that Monster Buck. I would love to see them take another crack at the Monster Buck Venom. But now giving us the better articulation setup and scheme. Like, that would be really rad. Machu says, if you want a lot of tendril accessories, Yamaguchi Carnage has so many accessories. Ooh. See, those are the other two that I have only ever looked at. I'll think about it. It's been out. Rail Collect says, only got Marvel Legends Spider-Man animated Venom, Mafex Venom, and the AY Venom. Oh, there you go. So you got the Gucci. That Gucci looks great. It's always looked good. That also, like the early, I remember seeing it, like a bootleg of it on Amazon back again 5 years ago and being like, wow, that looks so rad. I didn't buy that one, though. FinCop says, totally agree. I got the Mafex Black Suit Spider-Man. He's awesome, but I need a Legends version for mental comfort. See, that's what I'm talking about. There are certain characters that I have to, I know it's not a need, but like I want to have that mobility. Let's see. Finn says, I've got the 85th Venom and I love him. Nice. Yeah, I love that anniversary Venom. And then, all right, we're coming down to 12 minutes. My wife straight up told me, like, the recap is going to be playing because the show launches at 9:00. Or is that what she said? Or she's just starting up. She's like, at 9:00, I'm playing it. You got to come up and it's going to be the recap. So she's keeping me honest. Oh yeah, hold on. Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern. So hey, I love this sculpt. And he has the butterfly joints. So really great mobility. And again, combo, like an updated older buck. So not that older bucks are bad. That's why I want to keep making sure. Like, again, Luke Cage, one of my favorite toys of 2024 in terms of older articulation elements. But then they had updated. Same thing with this guy. He has the butterfly joints. He still has the crunch. But then the head sculpt is so freaking rad. Like, they did such a great job. And then the cool thing, the bomb has a peg because he's got a peg on his belt. So that actually pops right in here. And I love that. And I just discovered that right before the stream. And that made me really happy. So Jack-o'-lantern, he brings it, man. I'm sad that I screwed up taking a good picture of him during Halloween this year, but I have him now for next year. And I almost did that Hallows Eve. She might be somebody I just end up buying next year when the season hits. I don't know. What's that? So I want to make sure I get the name right, but is it Jotto? Jotto Rose? Happy New Year, man. Thanks for being here. First time I'm seeing your name in the chat, so I really appreciate you being here tonight. That's awesome. And I do like getting people's names right, so you could always correct me phonetically. I'm a teacher. I like getting people's your name. It's your name. And too much new toys. There's Cody. I love a good pumpkin figure, right? Look at how freaking great. And you know what? He definitely needs some additional dry brushing for sure. Just a little bit. There's that orange weathering on there. But even I just think that might make it pop a little bit more. But again, just like we were talking about, it'll be another figure on my list of mental. I should customize that. I should do a thing. So yeah, he's cool. All right. Closing things out today first. And that's great, man. I love that. That's so awesome. So I appreciate you hanging out. Hopefully you like what you're hearing and you'll stick around every Sunday night. This is what we do. We're hanging out. So yeah, my final two toys. It's a set. And I did pick up Last Stand Spidey. He's here. I had this stack of other legends, like I was saying. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna get to open him up tonight. But yes, I do have him too. I'm not gonna lie, like I'll probably crack him open watching the show with my wife. I'm not thrilled about this one because of like he's not gonna be fun to pose, but to own as a Spider-Verse character, I wanted him for like that, for the look. So yes, I do have that one. Let's see, black eyes and mouth would be cool. Yeah, ooh, that would be nice. And Tisk just subbed, definitely entertaining. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. Again, every Sunday, we have a good time. These amazing friends in the chat. Love them so much. So here we go, guys. Last figures of the evening. I did it. I got the Outriders. I only got one pack. I think Toy Father got 3. So I really just have to show one. You know, so if you've been curious about this, these were the things that I immediately tested out and the things I like. All right, so here, I'll just kind of do this over here. Not a lot of front crunch here. All right, so here, if I take my camera, I'll take this out. So you don't get a lot of front crunch, but you get a pretty decent amount in the back. See, that's so a lot more back than forward, but you get lower torso. So you do get that. And then the arms are really smooth. You got double joints on all 4 arms. And everything is really nice and easy to move around. There we go. And then the legs get some crazy articulation. Like these are really quite rad. And even though I'm very careful about the MCU figures, you know, because I have a penchant for jumping all in. And I've been slowly, you know, easing my way out. But I got this because I have Thanos, I have Cull Obsidian, I have so many MCU figures that this will go so well. I was already screwing around with my SHF Battle for New York Hulk with these guys, and he looks like so good with the 2 of them. And what's neat is that they came with 3 head sculpts. Now, there's 2 figures, but 3 head sculpts. So it's kind of like two just infantry guys, and then maybe like I don't know, like a captain. So here, let me bring this back. So see how it came with 2 of these heads, but one has a wider mouth, and then you have this head, which kind of looks like Hawk P90 from Mezco, but it looks like that, like a bomber jet wings. So I feel like he's probably got a leadership role, but there are 2 head sculpts. It's a tempting set to buy more of. I don't think that I'm not cool with the $30 a price point, like per figure. It's a $60 set. So there's really not a lot. This is the only thing that they come packed with. So for $60, that's why I only bought 1 set. Like I said, then to each their own. So if you want sweet looking army builders, like these guys can go against G.I. Joes. They can go against comic book Marvel characters, DC. I'm going to use them a whole hell of a lot. It is tempting to end up buying more, but I'm stopping right now until I actually photograph them. And then if I get compelled, I'll look into more. Boom. All right, Nameless Void 53. Here we go. What Marvel show would you like in an X-Men 97 animation style? In terms of Marvel, I would love I mean, I know we have a live-action Daredevil, but I would love an animated like Daredevil show. Like that was like gritty and dark. And look at this son of a gun. 5 minutes before you try to get me in trouble with my wife, Johnny Boy.
I just saw that you said you had a heart out by 9, and I was like, screw it. I'm going to jump on. I'm still going to give you your heart out at 9. I'm not going to get you in trouble. I'm not going to get you in trouble. I'm not going to, but all I heard was you say, I would love, and I was like, I'm here. Yeah. And then you're like, gritty Daredevil show. And I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Well, how was your hangout with Brick something?
Great. Brick's great. He's a good dude. You know, and and you know this as well as I. Anytime you get to go on someone else's show, it's always good because it's always nice and relaxing, and you get to have more fun because you're not worried about like pointing things. There's also like this like little. There's also like this little stress where you're like, hit that comment, highlight that comment, you know. So yeah, but
very true.
But yeah, but no, Brick's a great guy, and we talked a lot about a lot of different toys that are out and a lot of different toys that are coming out, and like weird seafood toys that are coming out. I don't know, it's cool, but he's into them, and I'm happy for him. I'm not getting them, so selfish.
Well, I'm kidding. I jumped into. I was watching you guys.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I popped in right before. I was just like, all right, I'm looking forward to catching the replay tomorrow of you guys.
Yeah.
Again, so anybody out there, so Brick Something's channel, again, just to continue that nice flow of positivity. He's so great. So one of these days, awesome. I kept telling him, one of these days we have to link up our streams. Yeah, like a nice little shrump.
Yeah.
But dude, we have 3 minutes before I get yelled at. Not yelled at.
All right.
My wife's very supportive. I just don't want to let her down. She's like I said, she's playing the show with or without me.
Good.
Good. So what did you open? I saw you open in a Legends.
Yeah, I did.
Death's Metal, right?
Death's Head. I opened up Death's Head. He's pretty cool. I know it's probably a year old at this figure. But I opened him up. He's pretty fun. He moves well. He's got good crunch with a good. So I always find like good crunch needs good neck articulation. Right, because you want to get down in this palm, but then you want to be able to look up. So he's good there. He does need a wash, though. I think he needs a wash, you know, and he needs a wash because he's got good detail, but he needs to be like beat up a little bit.
This guy,
I haven't opened that.
That's why I knew that you have a stack. I have a stack. It's just good times to just be able to.
Dude, that's honestly
stuff.
That's why I did that little live. I was like, screw it. I'm here. I got 15 minutes before this thing. I'm going to grab this figure. I'm going to open it up. And I'll be like, hey, I'm opening this. Look at it. I don't care. There's 4 people here. It doesn't matter. I opened something, you know.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow, so that's great. So so everybody, don't forget, if you have not already, as you guys already know, J-Shot is half of the Sentinels. So, between 2 Sentinels, we have J-Shot 820. Go track him down over on the YouTubes. Give him a sub. He's putting out great stuff. Partners with Machi Toy. You guys all know this. Like I'm telling people are for, but we have some new people hanging out. So you never know. You never know.
No,
so
you got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. And I am
so
trying
to Sentinels.
Yeah, I was just saying,
had the 100th episode.
100th episode, which is incredible. And I am trying to do more stuff on my channel. That was my I hate saying New Year's resolution, but I am going to try to do more stuff, be more involved and more put out more content. And that's why I think when I did my live before, I was like, I certainly am not a toy reviewer. I do not claim to be, but these are my.
You are a wonderful person. I love listening to talk. So
yeah.
So do it. I love it.
I love Cody's my favorite. Only 900 episodes away from 1,000.
There you go.
Thanks, Cody.
That's the next jump in milestones.
It's 100 to 1,000.
Oh my God, no.
That's it. So.
There you go, Machi. I'll stop this.
Thanks, Machi. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Jamie, you're right. I'm less than a minute now.
Get out of here. 60 seconds.
There we go. But we got a hit. Jay's hot. There we go. Always.
Thank you, KJ.
And is Grubs telling you he needs a shower?
No, I said he needs a wash. I said the Death's Head needs a wash. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Grubs, I'm going to try to get my haircut this week. That's what the hat's for you, buddy.
I got one on Friday. I'm getting one on Friday. So we'll go. Yeah.
There we go. If Yimbo vouches for, I vouch for this beautiful gabagool over here. My paisan, paisano.
Yes. Thank you.
This is great. So guys, thank you so much as always for hanging out. Tomorrow night, Toy Pick Community. Wednesday night, the 101st episode of Between 2 Sentinels. And find us over on the Instagrams and all that good stuff as I look for media assets.
Yeah.
Silly StreamYard changing their wording.
You look for media assets, and I'll continue to stall for you as I just say nice things. Bye, everybody.
John, love you, buddy. See you guys.
Love you. Bye.